Welcome to the LongBox Paradox, episode 30.5. I'm Dan, and I am here today to chew bubblegum and preview this week's comic releases, and I am all out of bubblegum. Sorry, I just had to. I saw They Live the other day, and that Roddy Piper line just stuck with me. So we're going to start out going over the previews, shipping list, and starting with Image Comics. We have, if you are a fan of Ed Brubaker, with him and Sean Phillips, the Bad Weekend hardcover. Or is that a trade paperback? Anyway, it is $16.99. It will be out. Collects Criminal number 2 and 3. Interesting. It's not a hardcover. I am wrong. It just looks like it's one. Anyway, we have Criminal number 6 coming out. Again, I've liked Criminal. I'm an Ed Brubaker fan. So if you haven't, just check it out if you ever get a chance. Oblivion Song, number 17. You might have heard the book was optioned. Number 1's been selling on the web quite a bit. Not a favorite of mine. It's actually my least favorite Kirkman book. Book that I'm strangely interested in because of the cover and who's doing the cover. Reaver number 1. It is a beautiful cover by Becky Cloonan. I love Becky Cloonan's artwork, and basically it's getting my money just because of that. Written by Justin Jordan with art by Rebecca Isaacs and Alex Gamares. Again, cover right alone makes me want to pick it up and see what it's about. And Becky Cloonan, just fantastic art. There is a second printing for Sonata number 1. I was a little lukewarm on the book. It's okay, not great. Unearth number 1 is coming out. Cullen Bunn with Kyle Stram with art by Baldemar Rivas. Interesting cover. I know some people on Instagram had gotten free preview copies of it and seemed to like it. I'm always questioning about that because sometimes people get those copies and they maybe go a little overboard on their reviews, but the two people that did get them that I follow are usually pretty conservative with their thoughts on stuff, and they liked it, so that alone makes me want to check it out. Unnatural number 11 of 12 comes out. Weird series. I'm probably going to go back and try and give it a complete series read after it's done. Mirka Andolfo's art, though, is pretty great, so that alone kind of makes it interesting to pick up. Dark Horse, there is one book and one book only you should be picking up, and that is Black Hammer Justice League. There is 5 different covers. The one I am actually thinking about picking up is the Sorrentino cover. There is a Yannick Paquette cover that would be my next in line. The Lemire cover, Michael Walsh cover, Yuko Shimizu that has, of all things, Starro. And, yeah, those are pretty much, I think that's all of them. Also, She Could Fly, Lost Pilot number 4. It's a weird series. The character is so clinically broken in so many ways, and yet I can't stop reading it. IDW, not a whole lot I'm digging. There's a DuckTales trade paperback. I know there's a lot of people who still collect Disney. Now we get to DC Comics. Batman number 74 is out. The B cover, actually, I'm kind of in love with. It's by Juan, I'm going to say Jimenez. It's kind of fantastic. I really like it. It's different. I really like it. And unfortunately, I really don't want to see how Tom King's going to fuck this book up this week, because if you saw what Flashpoint Thomas Wayne is up to with him and the body they're dragging along, this can only go horrible. It's the truth. Batman the Outsiders number 3. The villains covers for the Year of the Villains, this cardstock, a little bit more expensive cover. There is a Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul if you do the animated series. The cover art is by Jay Anacleto, and it's really good Ra's al Ghul cover. I'm picking it up. And there is a cardstock variant by Art Germ for Catwoman number 13. As expected with his covers, it's fantastic. Just really great stuff. Detective Comics 1007, continuing the Spectre storyline. The B cover by Dan Quintana is the one I'll be picking up. It just has a great look to it that I really want to pick up. Event Leviathan number 2, there is only one cover for me to pick up, and that is the Jason Fabok B cover. Nothing against the Alex Maleev cover, but that Fabok cover it's got an energy to it. Flash number 74, the Howard Porter A cover is the one for me. The B cover by Doc Shaner, it's okay, but I am really missing those Derek Chu covers. The Grant Morrison Green Lantern hardcover for Volume 1 Intergalactic is out. It's worth picking up. It's been an interesting ride, as you can expect with Grant Morrison. More cardstock covers. Hawkman has a Bill Sienkiewicz cover, and Shadow Thief is on it. It's very, very dark. Like, even the picture of it's hard to make out what's actually there. But Sienkiewicz is a great artist. House of Whispers number 11. I'm pretty much collecting all the Sandman Universe stuff. Justice League Odyssey number 11 is a Cyborg cover, and Lucio Perillo knocked it out of the park. Excuse me. Sorry again. Naomi number 6 is out. I've loved the series. Naomi has been great, and this picks up after issue 5. She now knows her origin, and now the Onion will start to unfold a little bit more of her other world, I imagine, and probably the world at large now learning about her, judging from the cover showing all these other heroes behind her. Red Hood and the Outlaws number 36 has another cardstock cover variant, and it is of Red Hood himself, and it is Yasmin Putri, like the normal cover, is just on a better cardstock cover. And then we get to Supergirl. I'm not picking this up, but Kara Andrews does a pretty great Brainiac cover. Now, Superman 13, the cardstock cover, it's Lois Lane, it's Adam Hughes. It's a buy, no questions asked. I love Adam Hughes' art, and it's Lois Lane, so down like a clown. Wonder Woman 74, the A cover, not digging. Jenny Friesen brings it like always on the B cover. And Young Justice number 7, I'm kind of not digging the John Timms art. I didn't dig it really on Harley Quinn, and I'm not digging it on here, and I might drop the book. I don't like it very much. Now on to Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man number 25, and we're in year 2 of Nick Spencer and Ryan Ottley. And there is a Patrick Gleason C cover, there's a B blank cover, and then there's a regular. This is focusing more on the bandaged villain that we met last issue that has a terrible name that it's really, I just forgot what it is at this point. There also is a Todd Knock Carnageized D variant and an E variant, pop chart variant. Avengers 21. The B cover, I'm not much for Carnageized, but it's Jim Chung, and that alone makes me want to pick it up. And Black Cat is out this week, number 2. J. Scott Campbell A cover. And then a Mark Brooks B variant for Carnageized again. I'm actually going with the J. Scott Campbell cover on this because I'm not really feeling that B cover at all by Mark Brooks, which is weird because I usually love his art. Champions number 7 is out. It's been hit and miss for me. I'm kind of all over the place with it. Invisible Woman number 1 of 5 is coming out. 2 covers you really can't go wrong with. The A cover is by Adam Hughes, and the B cover is by Stephanie Hans. And I kind of like the Stephanie Hans one a little bit more, but I'll probably end up picking up both. And then we have Marvel Tales Captain America number 1. These Marvel Tales have all been kind of reprints and just, catching you up with the character in the comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 8. I actually really dig the cover to this. It's by Patrick O'Keefe. Looks like a nice mixed media art piece. And we have Savage Sword of Conan number 7. More of the weird Infinity Wars, the weird mashup characters with Weapon Hex. Not picking it up, just not going to do it. Just not something I dig. Star Wars number 68 is out. There is a B variant of The Greatest Moments by Care Andrews, and it is the Leia and Han kiss. And then the action figure variant by John Tyler Christopher of the ATST driver. Weirdly, I feel like that's one that might do well. And Star Wars Age of Resistance Captain Phasma. Tom Taylor, Leonard Kirk, a cover art by Phil Noto on the A cover. The B cover is a concept art one, and then there is the Mike McCone C variant. Symbiote Spider-Man number 4 is out. The B, like always, is by Ron Lim. Not really feeling either of them. Thor number 15. This is spinning out of the fallout of the War of the Realms. It says classified on the cover. I wasn't feeling War of the Realms at all. I felt like this series was like the Terminator. It just wouldn't die. You couldn't bargain with it. You couldn't escape it. It just kept coming, and it was freaking relentless. The B cover, though, is a Mike McCone Carnageized cover. I'm not picking up either. War of the Realms burnt me out on it, and I just can't do it. Venom number 16 is out. There is a Ron Lim Carnageized variant. I think the A cover is just fine for me. War of the Realms New Agents of Atlas number 3 of 4. Young G cover. It's a nice cover. I don't see if there's a variant or not. There probably is a ratio variant like all the others. War of the Realms Omega number 1. It's more of the same stuff. There's Wolverine and Captain America Weapon Plus. The A cover is by Scan, and it's actually pretty damn good. And then there's a Wolverine versus Blade special number 1 with a Matthias Scalera B variant. And if you ever wanted X-Men number 1 to read, there is a facsimile edition coming out this week that I kind of like. Marvel used to do these reprints all the time back in the 80s and like late 70s, so I kind of dig them kind of making these available for people to at least have a reading copy, even if you actually own the copies, which congratulations if you do. Dynamite Comics, it's Betty Page, James Bond, Origin, and Red Sonja. Xena Warrior Princess, the normal, older properties that they've given new life to. Boom Studios, Angel number 1, second printing. Power Rangers, Beneath the Dark Crystal, Steven Universe. The normal fare for them. And the indie books, nothing really that catches my eye. I mean, the Valiant Fallen World I pick up. I've weirdly stayed pretty current with Valiant, and it kind of surprises me because when they first were coming back out, I kind of mocked it. Robotech, the number 22, the B variant of the Battle Pod for the Zentradi. I have a nostalgia affair with Robotech, so that is probably one of the few books I'll be picking up out of the indies. And with that, it's kind of a small week, actually, for comics this week, which is good because I felt like the last 2 weeks were just gigantic, and I'd like to have a week to catch up on my read pile. Also, I kind of want to give a shout out to someone I've been interacting with on Instagram. He, big collector, and kind of started interacting during the whole Heroes in Crisis thing. He's a huge Wally West fan. He has a YouTube channel that focuses a lot on his collecting, unboxings. He has a couple of giveaways, and that is the artist formerly known as Burke Nasty 54. I believe it's Burke Family Comics. Really good YouTube channel. Look him up. He is an alpha collector, I'd say. He has his hunt list, and he has been going after them. So it's fascinating to watch someone build their collection and going after their grails. And some of the grails he's acquired have been pretty fantastic. So if you're a collector or interested in collecting, go check out his page. I will, in the description below, put his YouTube channel link. But I just want to give him a shout out because he's been pretty supportive of the channel since we started talking. He does a lot of live streams also, and I'm going to try and get him on a live stream to do when a couple of books coming on the horizon come out, because he has some opinions, much like myself, and I think we share a weird Tom King should do better on Batman opinion. I don't want to put those words in his mouth, but we've had some discussions. So just want to thank you for joining me, and happy hunting this Wednesday. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and take care, everyone. Bye-bye.